Hey guys, it's Dr. Manny. In this video, we're going to be talking about food intolerance testing or food sensitivity testing, sometimes used interchangeably with food allergy testing. All right, so make sure you stick to the end because I'm going to share with you a little experiment that I did within my clinics. I pulled all these different reports to find out, what percentage of people are reacting to gluten, eggs, and dairy. Okay, I think you'd be surprised. So as always, guys, make sure you subscribe to the channel, make sure you ring the bell so that you're notified every time we release a new health video. All right, guys, let's get into it. All right, guys, let's get into it. Let's talk about food intolerance testing, food allergy testing, food sensitivity testing. Let me real quick explain the difference between sensitivities and intolerances and allergies. Okay, what we're testing is, I'm not sure if you can see this, IgG. You can kind of see at the top, IgG. That's the delayed immune response. Okay, that's a 10 to 12 hour, sometimes up to 3 days later, you have a migraine headache and you have no idea why. That time gap is simply too much to do any sort of elimination diet. That is why we test objectively. Okay, IgE, the way I think about IgE, that's the anaphylactic, that's the, I have strawberries, I get rash, I have shrimp and my throat closes shut. That's the anaphylactic. That's IgG. That's the IgE portion of your immune system. IgE for immediate. Okay, immediate response. That's easy to determine because the effect of it is right away. What we look at is the IgG, which is that delayed immune response. That makes sense. So that's the difference between a food allergy, a true food allergy, which is easy to determine, and a food sensitivity or a food intolerance. Food that tomorrow I have a tummy ache and I have no idea why. What did I eat the day before? I don't know. I ate a lot of stuff, a whole variety of stuff. Let's objectively test, okay? Guys, there's three main reasons why we food test everybody that walks through my door. One, it's inflammation. I know that sensitivities and intolerances spike inflammation in the body. Inflammation, it just does. Yes, I know the standard American diet is very processed, very pro-inflammatory, very toxic, too much sugar, too many things that turn to sugar, but eating the wrong foods spikes inflammation as well. Guys, I forgot to mention, stick to the end of this video because I'm going to share with you a little experiment that I did. I pulled all these different reports and I wanted to determine what percentage of people reacted to dairy, eggs, and gluten. Okay, I pulled thousands of reports because I wanted to look at the numbers and see if it was congruent because I was seeing a ton of eggs. Like this patient should not be consuming eggs, right? Eggs are off the charts, right here you can see eggs. Beer, right? Chocolate. This person's not gonna wanna see this report. And then citrus fruits, common. Okay, so we're testing roughly 100 different foods. Over here, same idea. We got all your grains, your glutens, right? Gluten, wheat, barley, rye, oats, the grains. And then we got a bunch of vegetables that we're testing as well. Graphed out, mild, moderate, severe. So anyway, tangent. Back to the reasons why we test. Number one, inflammation. Number two, it gives the digestive system a break. It gives your gut a break. So anybody that has digestive challenges, constipation, diarrhea, bloating, this kind of stuff, they need to be tested. They're eating the wrong foods. Reason number three is that it gives the immune system a break. Guys, autoimmune right now is epidemic. There's 50 million Americans with some form or variety of an autoimmune condition. That's 1 in every 6 people. There's roughly, I believe, about 140 labels of an autoimmune. So we're talking lupus, MS, rheumatoid arthritis, celiac disease, Crohn's disease, most thyroid is Hashimoto's. That's an autoimmune as well. 1 in every 6 people has some form or variety of an autoimmune. I know that by testing, we're looking at the immune system. We're looking at the foods that your immune system classifies or character. The word I'm looking for is that your immune system is looking at these foods as a foreign invader. So that's why we're testing. We're looking at antibodies. Hey, my body is looking at these foods, eggs and gluten, as a foreign invader. So now you get this massive immune reaction, as you see in the report, and then this massive inflammatory response as well. Guys, those are the three main reasons why we test. Who needs to be tested, right? Weight loss resistance. Okay, we tie it into our weight loss programs. So people that have tried everything, they have a hard time not only losing the weight, they have a hard time keeping it off long term. Eating the wrong foods, foods that spike inflammation, next to impossible to lose weight when you are inflamed. Okay, as we already talked about, digestive challenges, okay, IBS, leaky gut, constipation, diarrhea, bloating, okay, these people need to be tested. Any sort of autoimmune condition, we already touched on autoimmune, chronic pain, okay, back pain, joint pain, neck pain, itises, tendinitis, bursitis, arthritis, plantar fasciitis, any sort of inflammation. Okay, some of that musculoskeletal stuff could be repetitive, job-related, just overwork, but a lot of times it can be dietary as well, eating the wrong foods that are driving that inflammation up. Okay, the sugar, the carbohydrates, which are sugar in disguise. Okay, migraine headaches. Okay, these people need to be tested. ADHD kids. We see a lot of ADHD kids in our clinic because there is a gut-brain connection. They call it the gut-brain axis, but there is a connection. When their gut doesn't work right, that affects the brain. Kids are all over the place, right? So many people need to be tested, they just don't know, and that's why I'm making this video. Guys, if you want to be tested, what I'll do is I'll throw a link in the description beneath this video, and you can go check it out. It basically allows you to get tested. It's affordable, it's objective. That's why I like it. It's not guesswork. It's not, let's try this, let's try that, let's try ketogenic, let's try paleo. You know, I'm a fan of ketogenic, but the ketogenic would be this person's worst nightmare. When I tell the person we have to go dairy-free, we have to go egg-free, what's ketogenic? It's heavy fat, it's heavy eggs and stuff that probably should not be, you know, this person for sure should not be consuming. So keto's fine, paleo's fine. It needs to be modified. It needs to be customized based on your lab work. Does that make sense? So like I said, I'll put a link in the description. Check it out if you want to get tested. Here's my experiment, right? I pulled all these different reports. I wanted to know the percentages of foods that, the big categories, right? Dairy, gluten, eggs. What percentage? Dairy, 73%. 73% of all the patients that I tested, where I'm at, I tested all the patients, I pulled all these different reports. I had help, right? I had a lot of help with staff and stuff, but 73% should not be consuming dairy. So there I'm telling them, hey, now it's alternatives. Now it's coconut products, it's almond-based products. We're shifting out of the dairy world into dairy-free alternatives, ghee, stuff like that. Eggs, 51%. 51%. It's gonna look like this. Okay, you can see eggs off the charts. This is 51%, over half. Over half my patients should not be consuming eggs. I've had to tell them that story, right? Gluten, right around 40%, okay, which was congruent with what if you do some research on Google, right about 40% of the country is gluten intolerant, which means you have pizza, you crash. You have spaghetti, you crash. You have lasagna, you crash. You have a big sub sandwich for lunch, 2 o'clock in the afternoon rolls around, I'm reaching for more coffee, something to get you through, because now all your resources are going towards your digestive system to break down the sticky protein that your body doesn't like. So, all right guys, hope you found value. Please like, comment. If you have questions, comment below, smash that like button, make sure you subscribe to the channel for more notifications on when we release more health videos. Guys, if you know somebody who needs to be tested, please share this video, share it on Facebook, share it on YouTube, share it in your email if you send it, send us videos and email if you found value, because our mission, my goal is to help basically educate and empower people today to change the world tomorrow, right? We live in a sick country, and we're trending in the wrong direction with all these different numbers. If you look at the obesity epidemic, the weight loss resistance epidemic, the autoimmune epidemic, the diabetes epidemic, everything, cancer, heart disease, we're trending in the wrong direction every single year that passes. And my goal is to come alongside and hopefully help you, give you guys strategies that you can implement on your day-to-day basis that's gonna help push these trends in a more optimal direction. All right, guys, have a great day, and we'll see you next time.